Evening people, evening, welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone's doing alright. So tonight we're back, we've got round 6 of MRC's Team Oliver Racing GT3 League. It is the big boys of the Saloon Worlds. So round 6 live tonight from Brands Hatch. We've got 2 races tonight, we've got a sprint race and a feature race after qualifying, that is. Let me just pull up a little bit of info on that. That's the wrong thing, not looking at that. Race 1 then. So, as I say, we've got a qualifying to go yet. We've got 15 laps first race. 100% fuel, any tyres for the race, no mandatory pit stop or tyres. Then we have a little bit of a break. A reverse grid for race 2, 29 laps, 70% fuel they start with. The weather's looking alright for both races. They must use a set of racing softs in the race. All tyres are open in the second race. You're free to have as many as you like. So we've got 2 races for you guys coming up. As you can see on screen, it says the sprints. So points wise, Elvio stomping at a great big 45-point lead at the minute with 226 points over Gecko Racer in second. Philo third with 172, Blue Racer fourth with 144 points, Potter McPot fifth with 136 points, Ace Killer sixth with 104 points, Mart in seventh with 87 points, Fat Pickles in eighth with 74 points, we've got Brinky ninth with 61 points, Jambu in 10th with 48 points, we've got Punani with 46 points, Scotty with 12 points, and Pilgrim with 11, but some drivers come and go. We don't always get every driver. I think we've got a pretty full lobby tonight. It's looking at pretty good. So let's get ourselves in. Merch still available, people. T-shirts and stickers. Blah, 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 blah. Hit me up. You know the thing. You know the thing. If you know the thing, then you know the thing. Right. Let's get ourselves in then. So Brands Hatch 2 races. It's the full circuit tonight. So we've got all the section out in the back half of the track where it's easy to get yourself spun off circuit. So, yeah, I've put my sound on already. Just you guys remind me that I've done that. Just if you're listening, just give me a quick you can hear the cars, you can hear me, and all that sort of stuff. I do panic, you know. I've been doing this nearly 4 years, and I still flop it sometimes. Still leave the sound off. It's not perfect, right? So qualifying just about to started. I was going to say. Just about to get underway, but it has started. So we've got a one-shot qualifying this season. So they go for a bit of an out lap, and then they go for a hot lap, and then they throw themselves back in the pits. That time stands for qualifying. I'm not sure why they've done that this season, just to shake it up a little bit. I'm not too sure. But it does only give you that sort of one opportunity to have a go. So Scotty, good to see him back on track as well. Only appeared in a couple of races this season. Obviously you can see he's got a great big Australian flag across his next to his name, so yes, he does wake up at the crack of dawn to try and race with us. Maniac. He did it on the Friday lobbies as well, on the Friday leads. Tour livery looking good on Scotty. Who else is out on track? Nobody yet. Let's put the old nonsense on for you guys. Scotty then finishing his out lap, just about to start his hot lap. Wait and see who's out next. I didn't get a qualifying list, did I? Yes, I did. Yeah, so Scotty out first. It's going to be Punani next out on track. Followed by Jambu, Brinky, Fat Pickles, Mart, Ace Killer, Potter McPot, Blue Racer, Philo, Gecko, and Elvio. That is the rundown. It is currently just Scotty out on track at the minute. Straight then. What's this one called? Come on, you should know this. You should know this. Oh, he's off track, Scotty. Come on, get it back on. This is a hot lap as well. Oh, Scotty. Going in the bin. It's going in the bin for him. Pilgrim's drop. Yeah, he's just throwing it off at Hawthorns. Through Dingle Dell pretty clearly, and through Sheen Curve. Oh, he's off track through Sterling. He's into the wall. He's got damage as well, so that's his qualifying pretty much done and dusted. Just this final Clark Curve to go. Viewers, can you hear me? Just give me a quick thumbs up or a yeehaw, or I don't know. Let's go Brandon or something in the chat. Scotty then. What did you put in? Oh, Scotty. 1:31.7 for Scotty. Punani then coming up to this same section we just saw Scotty fire himself off at. Cleanly through there for Punani. It is only an... Oh, he's off. He's off. Through Westfield he goes into the sand. It is only his outlap. Just coming through there. Brinky also out on his outlap. Punani then. Let's do a lap with Punani. Let's go on to the Brabham straight then. Starts a good lap. Bend, easy to run wide on the left hand side there, and definitely easy to do so early on when there's cars vying for position. Into Druids, back down the hill towards Graham Hill Bend, to the Cooper Straight, again easy to run it out wide on the right. Ooh, a little bit of a wobble there for Punani, he's kept it on though. Down towards Surtees again, a bit of a tricky corner this one. You looks like you want to turn in quite early, great big chunk of curb looking at you, but leave it a lot later than you think on that one. Onto Pilgrim's Drop then, up towards Hawthorns, where we saw Scotty just run himself off track a little bit. A little bit off there for Punani as well on his hot lap. Keeps it out of the sand this time though. Dingledale down towards Sheen, another tricky corner, easy to catch you out through there. You can see a great big lift of the throttle as he hits that. Down towards Sterling's, again this is where we caught Scotty. Sorry Scotty, we're calling you out, it is only you that's been around the circuit, but yeah, you're getting it in a minute, sorry. Love you brother. I'm back onto through that final corner then, through Clark Curve and back onto this start finish straight. Punani then, 1:24.5 for him. He now sits on that pole spot. So there's now Jambu up towards the line. This is what we're going to see now, just the last couple of corners for most drivers. Still a few drivers, I think most drivers out on track actually. Jambu then up towards the line. 1:23.7 for him, so he sticks it on pole for the time being. Brinky, next man across the line in the Lexus this season. Seeing more drivers make it. Yeah, I think is that due to the one-shot qualifying? It must be. Brinky then throws himself into second, 1:23.8 for him. Pickles. I think that's because of the one-shot qualifying, Blue Racer. Could be. You know, wants that little bit of extra pressure. Fat Pickles kicks up a bit of dirt through there. Everyone risking it for a biscuit. And again, Sheen coming up now. Very tricky corner. Just doesn't matter what you do through there. Try to catch the apex, trying to carry any kind of speed through there. It always wants to push you out onto the grass. Pickles then up towards the line. What's he going to put in? Currently 123, 192 to beat. It's good enough for third. It's 124.1 for him. Who's next? It's Mart out on track in the Nissan towards the line. The size of the wing on that thing looks obscene. Mart puts in a second place qualifying time. Someone just coming out of the pits right behind Martin then as he pulled over. Hopefully that was an out-lap start. Ace Killer then towards the line. What's he going to put in? It's a pole sitting. It's a pole sitting. 123.033 for him at the minute. We're going to go the other way through the field because it's probably quicker. Potter McPot then. Next man towards the line. Driver in front of him, but I think they must be on an out lap. I think it's Philo actually. Then in another Nissan this season. He then goes quicker. 122.894. The time's starting to tumble a little bit then. Racer, just been in the chat. Keck, evening. Can you hear the cars alright? Can you hear me alright, everyone? What's happening? Is it all good? Elvio just in front then, just about to start his hot lap. Blue Racer just about to finish his. Let's see what time he's going to put in. It's a fourth. It's a 123.262 for Blue Racer. Right, sorry, it doesn't let me flick to the driver I want. Oh, Philo just gets himself off circuit there. Oh, he's picked himself up half a second penalty as well. He's gone up to the penalty. Have some of that slow yourself down section. All good, loud and clear. Thank you, Keck. There you go, comes around Sterners then. Those two yellow markers on the side of the track. He hits those, he slows down for a blip of a second while he loses that half a second penalty. He'd also run himself off as well, which has cost him that little bit of time. So let's see what it's going to be. That's a fifth for Philo. He won't be overly happy with that one, I can tell you that. Gecko Race then. We are the Race Asylum E-Racers. He's got a pole sitting 122.377, then half a second faster than Potter's previous. Is now just Elvio to cross the line. What's he got? Through Clark curve then. I'll get the inside line as he comes towards the line. Oh, it's a second. Gecko's pipped him. Both drivers half a second quicker than Potter pretty much, but that is qualifying done and dusted. And that is your order. If we get a chance, if it doesn't go straight to race, have a look at those times and positions. Well, still an Elvio. He's not first, but he's the only man out on track, and it looks better than the pit wall from Gecko's perspective. So again, two races, 15 lap race coming up first of all. No pit stops, no tyres mandatory, nothing like that, just normal stompathon to the line for 15 laps, and then we jump into race 2, a little bit of a break in between. I can't tell you how long, 5 minutes I hope. And then we jump into race 2. It's a 29 lap race. They do start with 70% of fuel. It's a reverse grid race from the results of race 1. Same circuit. Weather's looking good. As again, it looks good for both races. It's been good in qualifying as well, so it should be a decent race terms of actually racing, not just people pirouetting and throwing themselves off circuit. Just rolling around then, LVO. Everybody else probably waiting for him to throw himself in the pit so we can start the race. Potter's just setting up the grid order now then. He is lobby host. Actually set this whole league up, did Potter McPart, the Team Oliver Racing League. So he does know team manager and drivers, Stuart and Michael, that both drive and race and chaos and mayhem in the trucks. Sometimes here, in fact, Brands Hatch. But yeah, if you get a chance, go see Team Oliver Racing, or definitely go and see the truck racing at some point if you can. It is a sight to behold, seeing these great big rigs flying around the circuit. Right, a few seconds till race starts then. We're not going to get a look at results, we'll see them. Well, you know who's first? It's Gecko. Leave them on, damn it. False starts will be penalised. Don't want to do that. You don't want to go spinning into pit wall as well, so let's wait for these lights to go on and we'll get race one underway. Here we go then. Oh, Mart's stuck on the line. What happened there? Absolutely stalled. Nothing from him. Falls all the way to the back of the field. Ace Killer drives himself out wide in turn one, almost into the sand there. Now go Tricks vying for the lead. He's going to get himself up the inside. Gecko Race has gone a little bit wide. It is Elvio that gets himself down to Graham Hill Bend and onto Cooper Straight, and he's in the lead. Takes that one off of Gecko. The first couple of corners on the way into Druids. Blue Racer and Philo having a little punch up for... Hold on a minute. We've got lobby issues. Okay, restart everyone. I don't know, obviously Martin... no idea. He just paused on the line. Did seem to get away, but not sure if he was still having connection issues or whether it was somebody else. And then all of a sudden Philo decided to disappear. So we'll have a restart. We know the grid order. In a minute, Keck, you've got to go, let's go, version 2.0 or something, because it's the second try. Reset lobby grid by host. I have Ace Killer, Philo and Mart not got a car. Oh. Okay, what are we doing? Are we going to track? Gotta wait for everyone to join. Okay, Mart was bugged at start. There we go. It did look like he was going to get away, but unless that was a shunt from somebody behind that sent him a little bit forward, but I thought he managed to get off, but never mind, we'll try again. So just waiting for everyone to get back in this lobby, and then we'll crack on again. Again, just lost Martin off the line there for some reason. The connection let go. LVO back out on circuit. Right, let me turn this nonsense on again. Look, leave it on, damn it. Not much to see at the minute. Still waiting for, who have we got? 9, 10, 11, 12. I think we've got everyone in the room. 12 drivers again. Yeah, it's not great, is it, Blue Racer? It's always a pain. Even worse, like, well, you know, look what happened at Laguna. Just, yeah, lobby crash. Thanks, see ya. Not streaming tonight, not racing tonight. Brinky's causing chaos. I'm sure he was doing handbrakes coming out of the actual pit exit. 3-second penalty. Cross that little white line too early. There was Mark driving about, so he's in the lobby. He's got a connection, he's controlling that car at least. Who's trying to burn a set of tyres out? Anybody? Nobody going backwards yet? It's usually what happens. Sneaky practice starts. Brinky's going backwards. Brinky's going to see if he can beat his qualifying time going in reverse with a 3-second penalty. I'm going to say no. Yeah, disconnect. Mark got kicked out the. Well, he was in the lobby, but off the line. He obviously had no connection, or it dropped out just at the start. There he is. That is him controlling it. So he's giving another go. Lobby host then just giving the go ahead. We're about to get this one done and started. Ooh, again. Good restart this time. Right, deja vu. False starts will be penalised. Don't stamp the throttle yet. So we wait for version 2.0 for round 6. MRCs, GT3 the lights are on then. Again. They're off again. It's a good start from everybody. Mark's driving. Now then, Elvio won't be happy now. He won't be so happy now unless he manages to throw one up the inside of Gecko Racer, who's gone defensive this time. So it's not going to be Elvio that managed to sneak through as early as he did. So we're kicking off behind as well. Let's just wait for them to calm down a little bit. Potter into 3rd, then Ace Killer 4th, Blue Racer 5th. Oh, great big wobble on there from Jambu. Martin 7th, looking for a way past. Philo on the inside, 3 wide into Surtees. Oh, Punani having a look as well. Keep on the inside of Punani. Can he carry the speed? Pilgrim's drop, then it's all kicking off here. Fat Pickles in 11th, Scotty 12th in lap 1, very close together. Gecko holding the lead though out of Westfield. Through Sheen, anybody throwing themselves off circuit? I won't keep doing that because it's going to give somebody some kind of thing. Good, everyone through Sterling's, everyone through Sheen cleanly down towards Clark Curve, then end of lap 1. The field spreads out a little. Still everyone cleanly through on lap 1. It's good to see. Gecko still leads then just by nearly 0.4 of a second over Elvio. Potter keeping himself right in touch, just about a second back in the Nissan. Ace Killer behind him, nearly a second back himself in the BMW. Hounding a little bit by Blue Racer, just off a second back in the McLaren. Ace Killer going a little bit wide through there, allows, I was going to say, it was going to allow Blue Racer to close up on him. He's closed right up. Losing a little bit of aero coming out of that corner. He was so close, the back end just stepped out on him. Maybe lost him the opportunity for the move into Hawthorns, possibly. Little gaps developing, then Philo just hanging on to 6. Whoa, exploring those track limits through there. Picks himself up half a second penalty again, Philo. Then under pressure from Mart as we head down towards, what's that one called? Clark Curve, of course it is. It's quite long enough straight to have a go into Paddock Hill Bend. If you can get the run onto driver in front running up the hill. Look up the inside into Druid. Jambu slams it over to the inside. Doesn't want to leave the door open for Martin. Into Cooper straight then towards 30s. You'll see, you'll just have a look at this corner from Mark's perspective now. You can see he's staying away from that curve and then just trying to catch the apex. Very late on, keeps himself right in touch with Jambu. To use the slipstream just yet. Closes up again into Hawthorns, pressuring Jambu. Wires kicking off in front as well. We've got Philo having a little look on Blue Racer. Blue Racer's made a bit of a mistake. He's dropped off the back of Ace Killer. Oh, sorry, no, he's overtaken Ace Killer, so it's Philo, apologies, I'm looking the wrong way up the field. Philo then losing out in that battle, picking up that half-second penalty, he loses that. Ace Killer had a little look at him through Clark Curve, but it's not worked out. So Blue Racer into 4th, Potter 3rd. Falling back a little bit from the top 2. Elvio has managed to retake the lead of the race in the BMW. Missed that move, but he'd already done it in turn 2, in lap 1, in the first start of this race. Lock up there from Elvio. Keeps it on circuit. Keeps himself out of danger of Gecko as well at the minute. Just 3/4 of a second between those two. Again, Potter losing another 10th in the Nissan, just falling a little bit further back, well out of slipstream range now for 2 drivers in front. Keeping himself out of Blue Racer, I think, just picking up a big chunk of curb there. He fired himself off circuit through Hawthorns. Sheen curve there, big lift of the throttle for Potter. And towards Sterling's. Again, big lift through there, taking as much of that apex as he dare without taking 4 wheels off the circuit. Curve then for Potter, still losing time to those drivers in front, unfortunately. And Nissan just not quite able to keep up those two. Not yet, at least, anyway. Let's see what happens later on in this race. Lap 5 of 15 then. Elvio leads, Gecko 2nd, Potter, we are watching right now, sitting in 3rd. Grabs a couple of tenths on Gecko through there. Blue Racer also pulls a 10th on him. Oh, that McLaren looking a bit loose. Back up again by Philo. Philo's just got to not keep picking up a penalty every lap. Ace Killer then Jambu sent. Wasn't 7th, he got sent. I'm not sure if there was contact, but just missed his braking point trying to run around the outside. He's all the way down to 11th. There's no damage on the side of his car. There was a big chunk of damage now on the front due to the that tyre wall. Punani then has fallen all the way down to 12th as well, 6.2 back from Jambu. Will close up a little bit due to Jambu's damage, but that damage will repair itself in a few seconds and Jambu will back up to full race pace. Back up to the front of the race then, Elvio starting to grab a little bit of a lead from Gecko, 1.2 seconds from him. Potter still hanging on in, 1.6 seconds. Blue Racer is starting to bring that gap down, even with this loose McLaren. Up towards Druids then, lap 6. 2 seconds behind Blue Racer. He's right behind him, but he's not sure what he's doing in that BMW. Philo, he's struggling here tonight a little bit. Field stretched all the way out then. Martin 7th, not far off the back of Ace Killer, actually less than a second back, or it was just less than a second back. To make up a 10th or 2, get himself back in that slipstream, pull himself behind Ace Killer, go for the move. Key 1.6 seconds back in 8th, Fat Pickles 9th, another 1.2 behind him. Scotty 10th, the Australian 2.4 seconds back from Fat Pickles Bro. Jambu back up to a full race pace, but a long way back now, 2.5 seconds back from Scotty. Obviously a few places behind Ace Killer, who he was next to coming through Surtees. Punani falling back a little bit as well, 12th, 8.3 seconds back. Testing the drift out in the Mercedes. Yeah, Elvio seems to have found something here. Nearly 2 seconds lead over Gecko. Championship leader through Surtees, currently holding fastest lap as well, 1:22.384 for him. The Mercedes trying to close that gap, but it's just not happening. Potter actually just keeping himself 1.6 seconds behind Gecko, but Blue Racer takes another few tenths out of Potter's time. Down to about 1.6 between him and Potter. Is down to 1.2, 1.1. Through Sheen they go. Tyres struggling to keep them on circuit through there. So down to a second between Blue Racer and Potter. Almost within that slipstream range for Blue Racer. Get it before the end of the race, might be able to take that final podium position off of Potter before the end of this one. This is lap 8 of 15. Ace Killer holding that 6th position mark, still right behind him though. Take a 10th or 2 out still, unfortunately for Mart. Brinky then in 8th. Still 2.2 seconds back from Mart in the Lexus. Falls a little bit further back as well, 3.2 seconds behind Brinky. Getting a little bit close to Scotty, he's only 1.8 seconds down in the BMW. Uses all of that curve to exit Graham Hill Bend. Did out Scotty. He loses a bit of time on Fat Pickles, a couple of tenths. Punani's made a position. Jambu's made another mistake, unfortunately. Tyre wear. Punani's managed to get past him. Can he get back and have that position off him? Mercedes versus Mercedes, so we'll keep an eye on this one, see how it gets on. Jambu is the faster of the 2 drivers in general. No offence, Punani. Yeah, Elvio's still finding time at the front as well. Nearly 2.5 seconds over Gecko now, 2.4. Does just hit 2.5 as they come out of Druids. Potter in trouble behind though. He falls a little bit further back from Gecko, 2.3 seconds back, but he's got a mirror full of Blue Racer. Let's get ourselves on a little bit of chase cam for this one. Close enough for a move to Hawthorns. Not really the place to do it as well, unless you're super brave. Closes up again a little bit, down to 0.7. Dingledale then, down towards this tricky Sheen curve. Nissan versus McLaren we're watching. But, Gecko Racer just in front of Potter. Not closing up as much. Now he's closer, actually, Blue Racer. Maybe just losing that little bit of downforce. He's gaining the toe on the straights, but maybe losing it in the corners or coming out of the corners. Going into the corners. Oh, bit of sideways action from him. Still takes a tenth out of Potter's time into Druids. Nice and tight through there. Just lose this McLaren. Second between himself and Potter. Oh, Potter risking it through there. He's caught a little bit of sand that slowed him right down. Then Blue Racer has managed to get his nose up the outside of Potter as they come down the hill. Oh, he slipped himself back into the slipstream. Goes for the move back out. Compromise Potter on the way through there. Now switches back to the inside, gets a run down to him into Westfield. Side by side through there, that's brave for those two. Down Dingledale, Potter just able to keep the throttle on the outside of the circuit. Great bit of driving from these two. So Potter had thrown it in the bin then when he got it wrong through Surtees, but here you go, back up in front. Blue Racer definitely piling the pressure on. Doesn't look like anybody's wanting a spare set of tyres at the minute for this one. Start lap 11 of 15. Racer right behind Potter then through Paddock Hill Bend. Can he get a move into Druids? No, Potter sees that one coming early on, throws himself over to the inside of the corner. Nowhere to go for Blue Racer through there. Manages to keep it pointing straight through there this time though. Not through there though. Right in touch with Potter, just quarter of a second as we come into Surtees again. Potter not going as wide as he did last time. He does carry more speed out of there. Racer just losing out again as they exit that corner. Potter able to hold on to that third. Another couple of corners at least. Racer is not making this easy for him, that's for sure. Oh. Give you to the line again then, Blue Racer. If you're not on his tail, I'm going to go and have a look somewhere else on circuit. Not going to be close enough. Still 0.6 back at the minute for Blue Racer. It was looking good for a lap or two. Potter then holds on to it. Right, let's go back up to the front of the race. Elvio then holds now a 3.4 second lead over Gecko. Gecko as well, with that little battle kicking off behind, has managed to keep himself or get himself 4.1 seconds in front of Potter. Potter's still under threat here for this third. Philo's actually dragging himself closer and closer. Just 1.1. Oh, Blue Racer's chucked it in the bin through Graham Hill Bend. Oh, he's got rear end damage. His tyres are absolutely gone. He's struggling to get through left-hand corners, that's for sure. He drops down to 7th. Oh, what a shame for Blue Racer. What a shame. A great big chunk of rear end damage as well he's got to deal with. Drivers closing up on him. Brinky, Fat Pickles. Who else we got? Scotty. Still holding that damage. Can he hold on to this position into Hawthorns? Yes, I think he's going to hold on to that one. Damage should repair itself in a second or two. There we go. Yeah, still got to deal with those worn out tyres. Right, where were we when Blue Racer decided to distract us all? So it is Elvio leading, Gecko in second, Potter third, Philo in fourth. Then He's now vying for that final podium position. 1.7 seconds behind Potter. We just start lap 13. Can he make that gap up? Ace Killer then 5th. Mart falls back a little bit from him. 1.5 seconds tyre wear. I think maybe playing a part. Maybe not. Very similar between Ace Killer and Mart. Brinky then 7.6 seconds. Look at the fight kicking off here. Brinky 7th, Fat Pickles 8th, Scotty 9th. Oh, look, jostling for position as they come into Druids. Brinky manages to hold on to 7th. Oh, Fat Pickles gets a wobble on in his McLaren. That allows Scotty up the inside. Tyres actually looking good on Scotty's car. Still plenty of life left in those. Fat Pickles tries to have it back, but I think his tyres, his rear left absolutely gone. A little bit wide there for Scotty. Fat Pickles might be able to use the toe down in Pilgrims and back up towards Hawthorns. Maybe not quite close enough. Racer then. He's been in for a fresh set of tyres, but he's come out in 9th. He's a little way back from Fat Pickles as well, 7 seconds. So we'll end up 9th here, Blue Racer. Just a couple of laps to go. Nani 10th. Oh, who we lost? Jambu, we've lost. And we had 12 drivers. Who else has gone? I don't know. I've forgotten. Oh, hold on. It's Gecko Racers decided to disappear out the lobby. Oh no! That's who's disappeared. So it's Elvio leading by 9.4 seconds now. Potter throws himself into 2nd position automatically. Philo is now 3rd, but right on Potter's tail, just 0.4 of a second behind him. Lap 14 of 15, one more, 1.5 laps to go pretty much for Philo to try and get that one off him. Nobody's catching Elvio now. Moving up a position then with Gecko's departure. What a shame. Ace Killer 4th and Mart 5th. Brinky, Mart kicks up this gravel through there. Slowed him right down. He was about 1.8 seconds back. He's lost half a second with that tiny little mistake. 2.4 back now from Ace Killer. Brinky in 6th. 5.7 back from Mart. Scotty 2.6 seconds behind him in 7th. Making his way through the field at the end of the race. Fat Pickles Bro in 8th. Gaps stretching back out in this rear end of the field. Blue Racer 9th then. 2 seconds behind him. Lap to go. Can he make that gap up? Fresh tyres to have a go at the fellow McLaren driver in front. The Punani 16 seconds down, unfortunately. So looks like Punani's gonna, Blue Racer's gonna get this position of Fat Pickles before the end of this race, I think. Fat Pickles' tyres are absolutely gone. Blue Racer's got a brand new fresh set on, so should be able to next couple of corners, I can imagine. Trying it, but there's no chance he can defend. Blue Racer just able to take that corner like it's on rails compared to Fat Pickles with his worn out tyres. Right, let's get to the front. Sorry, epileptic fit. Elvio then. Chonk of a lead. 12.1 seconds as he comes up to try and kill the flagman. Was already pulling a great big chunk of time. What is going to be Potter? Is it going to be Potter? It is going to be Potter. I wonder where he was going then. He was going for the great big handbrake. So he was already pulling time away from Gecko, but Gecko's connection or something's jinked out and he's gone now. He was 2nd. Unfortunately, he's out. So Potter takes 2nd. Philo tried to get him at the end. Took 3rd. Ace Killer 4th, Mart 5th, Brinky takes 6th, Scotty takes 7th, Blue Racer takes 8th, Fat Pickles takes 9th, and Punani just comes around the Clark curve to finish the race off. Game crashed. I wonder if that's what happened to Yeah, it looks like it. Obviously, I'm not in the chat, or I'm not looking at the chat group or anything like that. So, oh yeah, game crashed. Damn. I'm glad it wasn't a rage quit. I wasn't sure. You never know, do you? You never know. Could have just been an absolute rager, but no. Oh, what a shame. Yeah. Gecko Racer's back in the room. Are you back in the room, Jambu? Are you coming back for race 2? You hit your PlayStation enough with a hammer yet? I was going to say throwing a pad across the room, but I can probably imagine I know you're sat in a rig. You can still throw the pad across the room, but you know, I know you're sat in a PlayStation rig rather than a seat and steering wheel. You could throw that across the room if you want in a fit of rage, but it's not his fault. Skim the disc. No, Gecko, it didn't crash for everyone. It crashed for you, and it crashed for Jambu. So I should mention we have actually got 2 lobbies open tonight. We've got the pros you're watching with me, and we've got the pro-ams actually live tonight over there on Facebook. D.90 is covering that tonight. He's managed to find a bit of time, and he's doing it live tonight. Good lad. So if you're looking for the pro-ams, if they're over there on Facebook, search D.90. But the pros, stay right here. Got race 2 coming up. 29 lap race, reverse grid as well. From results for this one, yeah, I'm still running. I've not crashed. Nope, I'm looking at all of my screens and everything's still running. Then obviously, you know, not closing my eyes. I'm kept paying attention-ish to some of this stuff. So are you coming back in then, Jambu? You come on. Where are you? Come on. Just whack that in the chat quickly. See if he's coming back. Can't see him in the lobby at the minute. 12 players. One of those is me, unfortunately. He can't get on. Oh. So, I've just absolutely lied my teeth off to you. Alright? Absolutely lied. But I have literally just found out this second that I was lying. Because while I'm just asking Jambu whether he's coming back to the lobby, it's popped up in the chat that D.90, who's, well, like I've just told you, was streaming the pro-ams, is not. Because he can't get on either. So, just be aware, people, that at any minute, this lobby might suddenly disappear and you might just be listening to me waffling to a black screen that doesn't work, or an empty lobby. Gecko's going for a restart on his whole system. Jambu's obviously still throwing it around the living room or something. D-Dot can't get on. Damn you, PlayStation. How long you had this thing open yet? You've still not sorted it out. Still got glitchy lobbies. Flipping neck. What's going on? Just give everybody their money back. Or half of it. Hashtag PlayStation, give us our money back. You robbing expletives. You can add those in yourself. Type them in the chat. Go ahead. I don't care. I don't control you lot. Right. While I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing, let me just stick myself in there in case the race 2 starts while I'm not paying full attention. Again, I think we're still waiting for Gecko to restart his system. I'm not sure if Jambu's attempting a restart. But damn it, PlayStation, flipping heck, you only just managed to get PS4 and GT3 sport lobbies sorted out, and they went, nah, now we've got them sorted. Have a new game, new console, new servers that don't work. Here you go. It's 90 quid, please. Oh, Jambu. Servers aren't loading. Therefore, you can't even find the lobby, let alone get in it. So while we just have a little bit of a wait, I'm going to say smoke them if you got them, because I am. Hashtag ASMR lighter click. DIA 3SP Mart going for a little bit of a practice start and a couple of little sneaky extra laps, is he? Not extra laps, but you know, practice laps. So yes, reverse grid coming up when we figure out who's coming and who's not. We'll give Mart a bit of screen time while he's out. There you go, Fat Pickles, a bit for you. That's enough. That's enough for you, Fat Pickles. There's a little bit more of Fat Pickles. There you go, Fat. Whoa, hey, hey. Oh look, the pressure got to him. Celebrity status. He's embarrassed. He throws himself back in the pits. Yeah, you can see he's still got a little bit of a wibbly wobbly lobby. Mark just like jinky. I know his internet connection is not the super strongest, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. People who've got super strong connections and hardwired in with, you know, hamsters, full four hamster wheel going and everything to power it all. 50p in the meter, all of that. And they still have issues. They still get that jinking, jink as they go around corners. Damn you, PlayStation. Oh yeah, looks like Gecko's out as well. He's just restarted his PlayStation. He can't see the servers now either, so whew. He's gonna have a quick go at restarting his router, but you know, I don't know how much time they're gonna give him. It's not my decision. Can't join PSN chat either, so that means we've got a proper hoo-ha down at the PlayStation server rooms. Look at your old tricks again, Anonymous. Are you trying to shut people down again? Because stuff. You've tried it before, you've done it before. Is it you? Not something, I wonder if it's something that, because everyone else is still in the lobby, I'm just now wondering whether it's possibly something to do with have you got a VPN on you, pair? Are you running through VPN and it's trying to send you to, like, I don't know, the other side of the world or something randomly, and it's just going, no, it's our servers that have crashed. It's the Russian lobbies that you're trying to access, or the Russian way into the lobbies. Oh, there's a bit of backwards for Mart as well. Okay, looks like we're having a full hard lobby reset, I think, are we? We're going to get kicked out and have to rejoin. That might be the end of the race tonight. Nobody else can get in. Ooh, there we go. It's just come up in the Facebook chat. Blammo! Great big spike in PlayStation Network outages. Right about now. Mark's left the room. That could be connection issues. Elvio's gone straight. Oof. Oh, I thought he'd glitched out and gone then. Is that what's happening? No. Oh, is it? Have we just... Oh dear. That's not a good sign, people. I did say it was a bad idea. Shouldn't have gone for a reset or anything. Yeah, Blue Racer, look, I know, I can see we've kind of gone for a lobby reset, but it's now very, very broken. Connected to server. All right, hold on. All right. So we're going to have to wait for Potty. We're going to have to wait for Potter to restart the lobby. Boom. Not yet. Ricky J's still online. Only 7 of 16 drivers though. I wonder if he's had issues as well. Let's see. Let's see who's in their members list. Let's have a look who's in. Yeah, look, not many. There's Perzel. You joke around, Blue Racer, right? You joke, but that's not his real name, Potter. That's the name we gave him, Harry Potter. He's been named Harry Potter because he's done magical things. This man, I don't even know. I know it started because obviously, you know, people are getting very, 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 very drunk and very, very, very other things. I can't even remember. It was something to do with eggs. We were camping. There was something to do with eggs, and it became Neville Potter. Like I say, Nev's his first name, but Potter's definitely not his real name. It was Neville Potter and the twin yolk egg or something. I don't even know what happened. I don't even know where it came from. It just came from, oh, Potter's there. And that was it. It just became Harry Potter, and we made up, you know, different book titles for him, depending on what he was doing. Harry Potter and the broken femur or whatever, you know, if he'd crashed into a tree on his mountain bike or something. But it was something like that. I can't remember. But yeah. Harry Potter, or Neville Potter as we called him. And I think we got kind of confused because there's like a Neville, what's his name, Neville Longbottom, is it, on there on Harry Potter, so we kind of got the Neville and the Potter bit, and obviously his name's Nev, so that was just Rinky, drive that car properly. It's stuck. Right, let me get the nonsense on. We can see who's in the room. Ooh, got a few. Got 9 so far. We haven't got a Jambu. That's 10, I think. Ace Killers now joined the lobby. We've got no Jambu and we've got no Elvio. Sorry, no Gecko. I'm looking at Elvio's name, reading it out, you donut. And no Gecko Racer, unfortunately. Both drivers say they can't even get to see the servers, let alone get in them, so see the lobbies even. But we did manage to just about get race 1 finished. We did see most drivers cross the line. Again, Gecko and Jambu not able to finish that one due to getting booted out or disconnecting. Other people, D-Dot not streaming live tonight because I was lying and he can't get in the lobbies either. So we are just about to kick off, if the lobby holds, with race 2. It's a 29 lap race, reverse grid from the results of race 1, and they do start with 70% of fuel. They have to use a set of racing softs in the race, which, you know, I know it sounds counterintuitive, but a lot of drivers opt for a sort of medium long stop over the softs. Ooh, maybe the Pro-Ams are in trouble as well. Yeah, Gecko can't upload anything, so that's him out, unfortunately. Jambu as well, same thing. It's not seeing anything on screen. Pro-Ams as well, having to reset lobbies for race 2, so I wonder what's, obviously there's server issues, but it seems a bit of a weird one that some people are getting kicked and some aren't. Yeah, they managed to get race 1 done and dusted as well. We did, just short of a couple of drivers. The race are looking a bit jinky this practice session as well. Lobby's not looking too strong here, people. Again, just be prepared that at any point this whole thing could crash and you could just be listening to me looking at a blank screen. Yeah, you weren't looking that jinky in the first race there, Blue Racer, that's for sure. Of corners from LVO, see if he's going to throw himself about the place. No. It does ruin the effect, doesn't it, a little bit, you know, when they see the cars throw themselves left and right and sideways. Physics. It's just like the real thing, that is. Unfortunately, it starts to give you a bit of brain ache after a while. D-Dot can't even get on the game, let alone look at the lobbies. Scotty's connection looking good all the way from Australia. Everyone else back in the pits. So Potter's got to reset the grid order from the results of race 1. Hopefully he's still got them. And then we can get race 2 underway here. It's starting to run on a little bit. What are we? 9:30 already. Picking up that 3-second penalty for crossing the pit exit line as well. Again, this is only a little practice session just before race 2. If it holds together. Oh, Brinky, sorry. Brinky, where are you? Sorry, Brinks. Oh, that was looking like a good drift. And I went the wrong way through the field. Good attempt. Going for the drift through Graham Hill Bend. See what he does through Surtees. Can he get it sideways and hold it? Oof, rate him out of 10, chat. Rate him out of 10. So that might have to be next season's thing. The mid-break chaos. Like this bit in between race 1 and race 2, you'll have to, as we're flicking through, just vote for the best or the most chaotic, or let's see, maybe the best attempt at, or who can burn a set of tyres out, or nearly Brinks, nearly. Where's G Marge? G Marge used to like a bit of a drift in this little session. Sensible lines. Brinky's just having a little quiet word with himself. Lobby host then giving us the ready peeps. Oof, Blue Racer, that is a jink and a half. That's hurting my brain. Too bad on the straights, but just as they turn the corners, I think Mark's got the same issue at the minute. Purzel's in the house. Why is Purzel in the house? Don't be racing, Purz. You're in Pro-Ams. You picked the wrong lobby. He's just seen Team Oliver racing, jumped in and gone, oops. Here we go then. Race 2 just about to get underway. missing 2 drivers, unfortunately. Jambu and Gecko unable to get their systems back up and into the servers. So we're down to 10 drivers. Race 2, 29 laps, 70% of fuel. The lights are on. We get ready to get them underway then. And it's another good start by everybody. We had to have a lobby reset at the start. Mart got jinked out in race 1, so we had a quick restart off the line. So again, reverse grid. It is Punani that holds the lead into Druids. Blue Racer, who was having a good race in race 1, ended up binning it, unfortunately, through Westfield. Oh no, sorry, it wasn't. It was through Sterling's. Oh, Scotty a little bit sideways through there. The drivers at the back fighting for position. Again, our faster drivers from race 1. Who's that? That's just gone off Brinky. Fired himself off through Surtees. Nowhere for him to go, I don't think. I think they were almost 4 wide running through there for these train of drivers now running up the hill towards Hawthorns. Philo all over Potter. Alvio as well. Scotty's right there still. Racing gets himself past Punani into the lead of the race. Again, had a good race in race 1 until I was just letting him get around that corner until he binned it in that very corner. I just didn't want to say it just as he hit it, because you know it was looking pretty good, on for a 3rd position at minimum. So he did start 9th on the grid, and although there should have been 3 drivers in front of him, there was only 1 in the end because of those 2 drivers dropping out. So he's managed to get himself up front early on, 1.4 seconds already over Punani. Punani got a mirror full of Mart in the blue Nissan. Currently in 3rd position, got Ace Killer right behind him, Fat Pickles right behind him. Big train of drivers headed down towards Surtees. Then Potter McPot goes for a move up the inside of Fat Pickles Bro. Gets that move done. Now Philo has a little look as well, trying to run around the outside as they run up towards Hawthorns. Can he carry the speed past the McLaren? They're still side by side. I think, yeah, Fat Pickles has backed off. Elvio now has a little look as well. He's got to think about that one as he comes down towards Westfield. Sand through there. Brinky then gets himself past Scotty. Scotty drops down to 10th. Mart also gets himself past Punani, as does Ace Killer. Potter McPot. Oh, Punani's got Sterling's wrong. He now falls to the back of the pack. Gives his car a little wiggle, cleans his tyres. That Blue Racer then gets a great big chunk of lead. 2.4 seconds then over Mart. Just 3/4 of a second between himself and Ace Killer. A bit of a gap back to Potter in 4th, 1.5 seconds. Pressure from Philo and Elvio. Fat Pickles Bro as well, just hanging on to the back of these 2. Philo taking all sorts of exploratory routes through there. Serious threat from Elvio for that one though. The 2 BMWs bumper to bumper as they head up into Pilgrim's Drop. On board with Elvio then chasing down the pink BMW of Philo in front. Can he do the switch back up the inside? No, he can't. Philo sees that one coming after the feathered throttle so he doesn't press himself into Philo's rear bumper. Through Dingledell then up towards a Sheen curve. Lines through there for the 2 drivers. The battle here is giving Potter McPot just in front in the yellow Nissan a tiny bit of breathing room. Still not able to get past yet for Elvio. Close now though, less than 1/4 of a second as they hit Panic Hill Bend up towards Druids. Philo ready for a move. We Elvio has a little think about it and throw up the inside. Philo comes back across circuit. Let's get ourselves back out onto the trackside cameras. Elvio 6, then Brinky 7, Scotty into 8th. Fat Pickles has had a nightmare. He's now in 9th position. A bit of a lonely race for him at the minute. Punani falls even further back. 9.6 seconds, unfortunately. Racer stomping a bit of a lead here, 2.7 seconds over Mart. Oh, pulled a bit of time over Ace Killer as well. That gap between Potter, that little battle between Philo and Elvio is giving him 1.8 seconds gap. Be happy about that. The two drivers a couple of tenths quicker than the Nissan in the previous race. Spread out already then, lap 4 of 29, just about to start lap 5. A few drivers already on lap 5. Philo still holding on to that 5th position then. So not sure if that's glitch. Both the front drivers have got a bit of a wobble on. Good Racer and Mart. Again, just see the back end of these cars not quite, or the whole car not quite going in the right direction. The connection's not quite as strong as some of the other drivers. 2.4 back for Mark, then holding 1.8, nearly 1.9 seconds over Ace Killer. Ace Killer being closed up by Potter now. Potter, now he's out of threat from those two drivers behind. Not giving them a tow either. That battle's broken up as well. Elvio's managed to get himself past Philo and into 5th position. It was looking like it was on. Oof. Philo gets a wobble on in the BMW in 6th. Paddock Hill is a pain. Bad spelling. What? You've not spelled anything wrong, have you? Paddock Hill, no, that's yeah, not spelled anything wrong. Ricky falls a little bit further off of Philo as well. Scotty holding that 8th. But he is being closed back up by Fat Pickles in the McLaren. Did manage to do a really good job with his tyres actually in race 1, Scotty, even on the softs compared to the other drivers. He's actually on the mediums for his first stint. Do have to use a set of softs though. You can see big wear marks already on the Fat Pickles tyres and for everybody else on the softs. Quite run away with it yet then. Still only 2.4 seconds between race leader Blue Racer and Mart in 2nd. Come on camera, keep up. I didn't see the crash. Oh, Ace Killer gets a drift on. Sorry. Ace Killer almost losing his noodles through there, under real threat now from Potter McPot. I didn't see the truck crash. I've seen plenty though. I'll go to Donington a fair amount and watch them there, and yeah, there's been some pretty meaty crashes there. So on board with the 4th place Potter then, Ace Killer in front, making that little mistake under serious threat down towards Paddock Hill. Potter going for a little look up the inside. It's a daring move to go for it through there. Falls back a little bit. No attempt into Druids. He's going to have to think about this one. A little wobble on from Potter as he chases down that 3rd place. Through there, Potter. Does it work? Gets himself right behind Ace Killer on the exit. Ace Killer keeping his BMW right in the middle of that circuit now. Tucks it over to the right hand side. Potter's going to have to try and run down around the outside. Ace Killer's not going to make that easy for him, that's for sure. Still got the inside line down into Westfield. He takes that 3rd then for the time being. A good battle between these two. That little mistake's brought Potter right into third place battle. Tricks closing up on these two as well, just half a second back. Both drivers under threat here from Elvio. Again, current championship leader Elvio. Philo falls a little bit further back, 3.5. Again, sorry, I didn't realise he's on the mediums. So it wasn't doing too bad. That's obviously why he's been losing a little bit of traction. Yeah, they have to do the course change at they do a course change at Donington as well. So usually, you know, there's a great big wire fence and tyre walls and concrete walls and all the rest of it. You can stand right next to the, you know, right next to the fence, which is sometimes right next to the track. But at other points, yeah, no. When the trucks go on, it's like, no, those bits, they're all shut. See you later. They shut them all off. They have security there. And you're not allowed to stand there, and for good reason, because like you say, if you've seen any of the truck crashes, see these sand pits, these gravel traps, yeah, they do nothing. They do absolutely nothing when a truck's firing themselves through there. Racer keeping himself up front. He has lost a little bit of time to Mart. Tyre wear looking slightly better than the second place driver, but not looking too bad at the minute for Mart. Pulls a little bit more time over Ace Killer as well. I think that little battle behind has given him that tiny bit of breathing room as well. Tiny mistake from Ace Killer, giving him a little bit of that time, but again, the battle between these two just cost them a tenth or two here and there. Being as Potter is the admin and setup for this whole league, he knows, well, I mean, we all know, we've all met, a few of us have met the drivers and the teams and stuff. We got, like I say, I know them quite well, if you like, in that respect. Potter does for sure. And I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, and he, oh, that's what I was going to say. I think he was offered a drive. Potter, at least to go, you know, see how he got on. So pretty quick in these things, might be just as quick in a truck, who knows. So coming around to end lap 9 then. Still jinking all over the place for Blue Racer. Mart as well, got a little bit of a jink on. Keeps himself just in touch though, doesn't lose any more time to Blue Racer, just 2.3 seconds behind him. Ace Killer holding on to third, still under a little bit of pressure from Potter behind. Potter in fourth, big gap then back to Elvio come in the pits, or has he made a mistake? Philo into fifth. Brinky in sixth. Elvio, no, he's been in the pits. He jumped in the pits lap 7, he stuck a brand new fresh set of softs on and he's back out. What is his strategy? He's going for a 3-stopper? A 2-stopper even? Nichols comes out with a fresh set of softs on as well. He's still out on his worn softs. So Blue Racer still with a quarter of a tank on, plenty of life. Well, I say plenty of life, a little bit of life left in those softs. His lap time's looking at 23s pretty much consistently at the minute, so he's just about 0.3 of a second overall on his lap time at the minute. Not too bad with that tyre wear. He has been leading from pretty much the get-go. That's Punani quite early on. Managed to pull a bit of that lead before anybody else was able to get past Punani. Killer then finds a little bit of time, starts pulling himself back towards Mart. That was about 2 point something seconds, 2.4, 2.6, something like that. But that gap's starting to fall, still dragging Potter McPot along with him in fourth. kilo on the mediums in 5th at 6.6 seconds down. Just under a quarter of a tank. Brinky in 6th behind him on the mediums as well for his first stint. A little bit more fuel on board for him. Spend less time in the pits when he does come in. Elvio then has come in the pits. Fresh set of softs on, or fresh-ish set. He's been on those a couple of laps. Let's see, he's putting in fastest laps, 1:22.6. Still whacking in purple sectors here as well. Kunani in 8th. Worn tyres. Fat Pickles closing up on him in 9th. Lost another driver. No, we lost down to 9 drivers. Scotty's gone. No! Fat Pickles use those fresh tyres to get past Punani. Stuck a little bit of fuel in as well as Fat Pickles. So back up the front of the race. Blue Racer starting to lose that time to Mart. That gap down to 1.6 seconds. Just keeping enough distance between himself and Ace Killer. 1.7 seconds still. Bit closer here than Mart, starting to run out of fuel though. The McLaren not quite used as much up front. Tyre wear looking very similar to Mart's, slightly different between the fronts and the rears. In general, very similar in terms of tyre wear. Getting another couple of tenths on him through there, not long before he's within that slipstream range. Still just keeping themselves in touch, 3rd and 4th. Dipping a wheel on the grass there, Potter through Sheen, got to be careful. Again, tyres starting to feel that as well, risking it through there. All the pressure on that outside tyre as you hit that grass as well. Just screaming out to be thrown off circuit. It's an awful corner. Okay, Potter McPot drops himself out of this race. He's in the pits now. Starting to come in earlier than he needed to. He still had enough fuel on to carry on. Right, so let's get ourselves back up front then. Blue Racer still holding that lead, but Mart has got that time down to 1.5 seconds. Unfortunately, both the front runners are the jinkiest out of the two, so it ends up hurting your eyes when they're going around corners a little bit. Okay, Mini Coopers. Yeah, we know. I used to commentate over the Chewit Racing Mini Cooper Cup on PlayStation on Monday nights. The Chewit Racing team over there on Facebook. Big shout out to you guys. It's Chloe Hewitt, hence Chewit, Cheweitt. Ace Killer in the pits this lap now then. Been able to do another lap, I don't think. Mart smoothies. Has he played his strategy right? He's very low on fuel. Blue Racer's definitely going to make it round. Keeps himself in touch with Blue Racer as well. Still 1.5 seconds. No lifting of the throttle for Mart yet then. Not concerned about his fuel currently. Still half a lap to go though. Lag on that throttle, that gearbox. Again, half the time with these two front runners, you don't know if it's them driving themselves off circuit or the glitching that's causing them to stick up the tyre on the grass, but it gives me a tiny bit of anxiety. Looks like Mark's going to manage to make it round to the pits then. going to bring him back out once he rejoins the circuit. Blue Racer stays out for another lap then. Philo throws himself in the pits this lap. Gap stretching ever bigger between Blue Racer. Now it's going to be Elvio Trix, who has been in the pits a few laps ago, lap 7. Still got a fair chunk of life left in those softs as well. Just over a quarter of a tank on board for Elvio. Ricky as well, that Lexus doing alright on fuel. Currently third on the mediums, tyres not looking too bad. Obviously running it to fuel, not tyres. See where he ends up once he comes in then. Mark then back out the pits. Oof. Side by side with Potter. The two Nissans having a bit of a battle as they came out the pits. Not just winning out on that one. His tyres will be a lap fresher than Potter's as well. Exactly the same amount of fuel on board for the two Nissans. His Killer comes out the pits then, fresh set of softs on, but 2.9 seconds back from that fight he was kind of involved in. Brings himself out 4.5 in front of Philo. He's also got a fresh set of soft tyres on, 3/4 of a tank. Pickles came in a couple of laps ago, still holding about a quarter of a tank, and tyres not looking too bad at all. Race leader Blue Racer in the pits, just as we come on board with Punani. He has got a little over 3/4 of a tank and fresh softs. So we're going to see Elvio take the lead of the race for the time being. He will have to make another stop though. He's not going to have enough fuel to finish this one off. Still plenty of life left in those tyres for Elvio. Blue Racer gets back out. Into second position. 13.4 seconds behind Elvio. So a pit lap then. To take on board fuel and tyres, we're talking about 23 seconds. So Elvio will lose that lead once he comes in. Blue Racer will regain it, depending on what happens behind him. Mart and Potter McPot look like they're both closing up on him, 1.2 seconds back. Are they going to work together? They won't be if they're sticking wheels on the grass. Gap down to a second then between Mart and Blue Racer. Threatening before they came in the pits, actually, Mark, to close that gap. Now they are both on fresh tyres. Again, Potter not out of this fight yet, just 0.7 of a second back. He's Killer trying to claw his way back in as well, holding 5th, but 2.2 seconds down. Elvio still out. Philo then comes through 6th. In 7th, he's only got a quarter of a tank left as well, so he'll have to make another stop. Brinky just comes out, a fresh set of tyres, enough fuel to finish the race, as has Punani. Look how much fuel Elvio's got on. I was just about to sound a little bit more surprised than that, but then I've just remembered he's been in the pits. Can't delete that now. I've read it already. George's carts. I've read it. Yeah, I suppose if you're on a brutal wheel that's got plenty of force feedback, it's going to kick your arms in. I know one night we decided to try and put Potter's wheel. I'm not sure if it was 100% force feedback or whatever the top level you could be, where it was almost snapping arms. Just trying to turn it around a corner in any kind of normal fashion was brutal. Elvio then still out on track, regains a bit of time, 15.3 seconds over Blue Racer. He is slowly but surely falling into the clutches of these two Nissans. Not sure if they're working together. Don't think they're quite close enough to get together just yet. Oh, just seen Gecko Racer come in the room and leave. managed to get himself back on the line then, but obviously the race is 2/3 of the way done. Now the battle for third is really starting to hot up. Ace Killer is bringing himself back into this fight as well. That's going to be the race for first when Elvio comes in. So we're still finding a couple of tenths here or there. Are you a cousin of Dennis Schuer's? AKA, he's known as, lovingly, I'll have you know, lovingly known as Sausage Fingers. He's MRC's head honcho. He's the guy that set the whole group up. Pot lobby host and race admin. He's the guy that set this race league up. Tricks still finding time over Blue Racer. Blue Racer's got his mind elsewhere though. He's got a mirror full of Mart. 0.3 of a second back. Let's get ourselves on board with Mart. Oh, we might have to not go on board with Mart because it's breaking my brain already watching him jig around the track. Blue Racer. Better from Mart's, but from Potter's perspective. We get two drivers jinking around the track. Let's see Mart and Blue Racer go for some sideways action there, look. There is Ace Killer starting to close himself back up now, just a second behind Potter McPot is Ace Killer. And then where is Elvio? He'll be in at the end of this lap. 16.3 seconds. He won't have to spend as long in the pits because he's not got as many laps to cover, so he won't have to take on board as much fuel. Let's see what happens then. 16.2 seconds. Blue Racer through Sterling's. Through Clark then onto this start-finish straight. Elvio Tricks taking on board his fuel now. He's had his tyres chucked on. Elvio comes out the pits. He's going to hold fifth. Gets himself out in front of Philo behind Ace Killer, 3.9 seconds back with that fresh set of soft tyres on. Just over half a tank of fuel on to finish these last 9 laps. There you go, that puts Blue Racer back into race lead. He does regain a bit of time over Mart now, back up to a second that gap. Can they bring that one back down? Potter McPot still 0.8 of a second behind in third. Ace Killer as well, just 0.7 back in fourth. Can Elvio bring that gap down now? He's got that fresh tyre on. Let's keep an eye on that one. What is it? 3.5 seconds. There comes Philo. Hasn't looked comfortable here tonight, Philo, really. I'm not sure if it's the car setup. He was out on the mediums for first stint, which obviously is not going to help compared to the drivers on the mediums, but on the soft tyres, very well controlled there. Philo didn't bin it at Sheen Curve. Pickles then a little way back, 6.5 seconds off the back of Philo. He's got he's in the pits. I was going to say he's got a mirror full of Brinky, but not anymore. He's thrown himself in the pits. Brinky comes through to take 7th then. He's got enough fuel and tyres to last him the rest of the race. It's going to be where Fat Pickles comes out in relation to Punani. He's still half a lap away at the minute, Punani. Fat Pickles should be okay here. Still battling up front. Racer there. Still holding 0.8 of a second over Mart. 0.3 back to Potter McPot. He's Potter getting a little bit antsy there. He's gap not being able to close up on Blue Racer as quick as Potter maybe wants. Just starts closing back up on Mart, maybe looking to make his way past.
working together to close the gap upon Blue Racer up front.
a bit of bump drafting. It's magic. George's karts, it's magic. Yeah, it's just a shame we get that jinking. It does look good. You know, like I say, the graphics look real good with the fog coming in and all that sort of stuff. Little explosions out the exhausts, dust and the sparks being kicked up, and then you watch them go around corners. Look, and it ruins the whole thing. So lap 22 of 29. Blue Racer. Again, not sure if he's losing control of this McLaren or whether it's the glitching half the time that makes it look like he's losing it. Same for Mark behind him. Elvio is bringing himself. Look at that. He was 3.2, maybe 3.4 seconds back from Ace Killer. That fresh tyre has really come into its own then. He's now 1.2 seconds back. Pushing hard. It's a great five-way fight, or it's about to be a great five-way fight as soon as Elvio turns up. Bringing that time down another 2/10 off of Ace Killer's time. Admittedly, Ace Killer's not exactly got a clear track in front of him. Second, third and fourth very close together. About to be second, third, fourth and fifth as Elvio brings that time down a little bit more. Corner by corner. It takes a fair amount to get used to it. You know, I couldn't even dream of picking up a PlayStation pad now and actually racing the game. I'd mess it up. But once you're behind a wheel and you've kind of, you know, it just sort of becomes a bit natural. Obviously, if you don't drive, maybe it doesn't quite become as natural, but. Then on to the back end of this fight. Let's see what's happening with Blue Racer. He's taking advantage of this fight behind. He's now gained himself 1.8 seconds. I'm going to see a win on the cards for Blue Racer tonight. 6 laps remaining. Blue Racer leads 1.6 seconds. Mark second. But only just Potter right behind him. 0.5 of a second. Elvio fired himself past Ace Killer into fourth then. He was looking pretty dangerous on those fresh tyres. Gets himself up a position. Ace Killer drops down to fifth. Still not out of this battle yet though for Ace Killer. He's got the tow from Elvio. Keep himself in touch with those drivers in front. Philo though unfortunately is not gaining time on these drivers. 4 seconds down. And the BMW just seems to have been a little bit loose here. Maybe Philo's setup not quite working at Brands Hatch. Brinky 7th. Oh, Brinky's got a whole second penalty. Who have you annoyed, Brinky? Have you stolen the checkered flag off someone or something? What have you done? So he'll have to serve that just as he comes out of Stirling, right at the end of this circuit. Yeah, he used to be able to burn the penalties off as you went round, but the new setup is like, no, here's a zone, lose your penalty right here on probably one of the fastest bits of the circuit usually. Well, yeah, karting's loose though, isn't it? Karting's always loose. I mean, there's karts in this game, and you know, you'll be sideways, well, for fun probably most of it. Pickles then holding 8th. Again, we've lost a few drivers out of this one. We're unable to start with Jambu. We were unable to start with Gecko Racer. They lost connection right at the end of race 1. Then halfway through race 2, we lost Scotty as well, unfortunately. So we're down to 9 drivers. Punani on the bottom of that pile, unfortunately. 27 seconds down at the minute. It's all kicking off up the front. Mart is still holding second, but for how much longer? Elvio is starting to close that gap. He's already got himself past Potter. Whoa, a little wobble on there from Mart. Again, the wear on Mart's tyres loads more than on Elvio's. He's had a 2-stop at Elvio. Strategy working out for him. well over the back of Mart as we run up here. Is Mart going to defend from it? Doesn't look like he is. Maybe LVO. I was going to say maybe LVO not brave enough to go for the move, but they ended up side by side. But Mart does hang on to it just at 25. LVO get this position. He's coming up to this fast section now. This is the corner. As you come around here, you'll see this is the penalty zone coming up. LVO not able to get a good enough run on Mark to make a move down into Clark. Again, still not sure whether Mark's getting that one wrong or whether it's the glitching that's causing it. He's keeping himself the same distance apart, so he's not losing much time to LVO in terms of him getting it wrong, so I assume it's glitching that's causing him to look a bit dodgy. Has another little look up the inside at Druids. This is GT7, I nearly said GT Sport then, Gran Turismo, that's what this is, Gran Turismo. LVO then looking up the inside into Surtees. Mark can't defend from that. His tyres are absolutely blown out compared to LVO's freshers. Now the fight is really on. Lap 26 of 29. There's just under 2 seconds gap. Mark tucks himself right under the rear wing of LVO. He's not losing an inch of that slipstream up towards Hawthorns for sure, and down towards Westfield, keeping himself right in touch. Yeah, it's just it looks good graphically, but like I say, we've just got this little bit of glitching going on in the lobbies. If the connection's not super strong, I mean, don't get me wrong, when the lobbies first opened, everybody was doing it. It was disgusting. You almost couldn't race. I don't think anyone set lobbies up for about a year. Racer then coming through to start lap 27 of 29 in the lead by 1.3 seconds. Tyre wear starting to hurt him a little bit. LVO with those fresh softs on starting to drag that time down between himself. 1.1 seconds now. BMW behind him, McLaren. Mart again was doing everything he can to stay behind LVO, use that slipstream, but his tyres are starting to give out as well. Holding third at the minute. Potomac Pot another 2 seconds back in fourth. His front left is absolutely blown. Philo has made his way back up. Ace Killer has either made a mistake or is struggling with grip. Philo's got himself passed it into fifth. Ace Killer is now sixth. His front left is absolutely blown out as well. Brinky seventh. 12.6 back. He will probably have to settle for that position unless someone sticks it in a wall somewhere between now and the checkered flag. Fat Pickles in eighth. Again, a long way back, 31.8 seconds. Trying a completely different line through there, Fat Pickles. Why not? Punani, another 19.7. So he's actually closed the gap up on Fat Pickles. I wonder if Fat Pickles has... Oh, he's had a late stop, hasn't he, Fat Pickles? Oof, there's LVO. Oof. Almost went for a dart up the inside of Blue Racer. Finishing lap 27 then into lap 28. Still leading Blue Racer, but now by 0.3 of a second. LVO. Oh, very pushy through there. Gets himself through at Paddock Hill Bend. It's not the place you want to be making the move, and now he'll just stretch himself a great big gap, even with these last 2 laps. 0.7 over Blue Racer using those fresh tyres. Front left not looking too bad compared to some of the other drivers. Mart as well, still got a little bit of life left in that front left. That's just helping him out, keeping himself out of danger of Potomac Pot. Philo's starting to close that gap up as well a little bit. He's still got a bit of life left in his BMW tyres. None of these drivers, I don't think. I believe, is it Gecko's brother? Is it Gecko's or... I think it's Gecko's brother is part of one of the Formula 1 pit teams. Philo Engineering, well, you're looking at Philo, but Philo has his own Philo Engineering, and I think he's doing like a PhD in mechanical engineering, and he's got this set up group Philo Engineering for PlayStation setups and things like that as well. So there's some knowledge here, there's not necessarily drivers. Okay then, into the final lap. Elvio has managed to get his way past. Sorry, we missed that while I was waffling. Blue Racer has lost it, that's right. Oh sorry, we didn't miss it, did we? Had a send up Paddock Hill Bend, didn't he? Took it off him through there. It was a brave move. Very difficult to get an overtake done through there, but we are on to this final lap. Elvio has dragged himself a great big lead over Blue Racer, 1.9 seconds, and that's only going to stretch out. Another fastest lap in this race as well. Fastest lap in race 1 did Elvio. Didn't quite get pole, so Gecko took pole. Unfortunately, Gecko got oofed out the lobby. This is every week. Most of the races that I cover are on a weekly basis. Sometimes they're bi-weekly or monthly if it's like some kind of intercontinental setup thing. But here we go then. Elvio rounds the final corner. Takes the win by a comfortable 2.3 seconds at the end of this one. Blue Racer held on to it for as long as possible. His tyres just weren't going to give him that edge over Elvio. But good race, Blue Racer. Really good race. Mart does take third. Potter takes fourth. Philo right on his tail as they cross the line. Fifth position for him. Ace Killer takes sixth. Brinky up towards this final corner. Don't bin it now, Brinks. Goes for a great big wallop of handbrake across the line for seventh. We wait for Fat Pickles, 40 seconds down. Yeah, so I cover a few different races, to be honest. I was almost commentating every night, but I backed off a little bit because it was getting a bit crazy. Oh, Fat Pickles, what are you doing? No, no, no. So the Team Oliver Racing League, which you're watching now, that's on Wednesday nights at 8:30. This is round 6. We've got another 4 rounds left. It's a 10-round series, and we're just about, unfortunately, we're just about to finish the Friday night league, which is has been an 8-week GR4 league, and that's multiple lobbies open as well. There's possibly just under 100 drivers, I think, this season that have entered. Final race, that's on Friday night at 9 o'clock, and I'm just waiting for... There's Punani across the line. I'm just waiting for the next race from the P1 race community as well, who are doing an American series. So it's going to be American cars, American tracks. That's going to be Sunday night at 9 o'clock. I think that starts on the 19th. So yes, 4 more rounds of this. Well played, Elvio. And last round of the GT3 or the Gran Turismo Touring Car Championship, which it is on Friday nights, and then, like I say, Sunday nights at 9 when that restarts on the 17th. But yeah, same time, same place next week, George. Tricks getting shouts. Yeah, it was a good race. It was a good race. His strategy played out well. I didn't know whether it was going to work. He stopped early on, and I went, ooh. But then, obviously, those fresher tyres at the end were no match for anyone. Just get up, backhanded people, dropping elbows on people. Get out the way, let me back up front, he said. And there we go. He takes the win. How have you made it all colourful and yellow there, Fat Pickles? I don't know how you've done that. But yes, that's it for round 6. Great pair of races tonight. Unfortunately, we had those lobby issues. It's a bit of a shame. Losing a couple of drivers right at the end of race 1, and losing Scotty out of race 2 as well. You'll be watching next week. Thank you very much, George. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that sort of stuff. And if you hang about right till the very end, you'll hear my outro, and that gives you a little bit more information. All right. It is only me talking, and then it's my outro bit, but you'll hear it. So yes, great racing tonight in both races. What we got coming up, again, I've just been talking about it with George. Friday night, 9 o'clock, the finals of the GT3 hosted by MRC as well. So that's GR4s. Have we been given the track yet? It was a bit of a surprise. They'd held off the final race of the season. I think it's going to be revealed Friday, so nobody knows what it is, I don't think. Not yet, anyway. Or maybe I'm just waffling and I've not paid attention. But it is the final round of the GT3. We've already got a winner in the Fusion lobby, which is the pros, if you like. The top of the top. That is Dark Clark. He's already won the championship, but still 2 more races to go in that one. Thank you very much, George. And again, same time, same place next week for the next round of the GT3 I believe. Sorry, of the Team Oliver Racing. I'm losing my mind here. Team Oliver Racing GT3 League. I believe we're at Tokyo next week. Oh, Tokyo. Let's see if I can pull that up quickly just before I finish this one off. Come on, find the chat further back, even more. Boom, here it is. Let's have a look. Spreadsheets, spreadsheets, spreadsheets. Who doesn't love a spreadsheet? Me, hate them. We are at, yes, we are Tokyo next week. Back for endurance races, so I think that should be interesting. Depends what the weather's like. Tokyo can be a bit of a nightmare, but that's it from tonight. Round 6 done and dusted of the Team Oliver Racing GT3 League. Again, I am back on Friday night at 9 o'clock for the final of the GT3 at same time, same place next week for the next round of this at Tokyo. Other than that, people, I hope you've liked what you've watched. If you have, like, comment, subscribe. Here it comes, George. Most of all, tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.